Greetings, I am Iyanifa Ifaronke Efuntade, and this is Obatala. And today we are going to venerate Obatala, because today is his day according to the Ifa calendar, okay? We're going to start with a few traditional prayers and stanzas in Ifa, then we're going to go ahead and get into the lecture for today, okay? Obatala governs Yori, the mind, the crown chakra, your higher self, okay? You guys know I talk a lot about the mind, the battlefield of the mind, about mind control, how you can master your mind. A lot of things begin with the mind, okay? A lot of elemental battles are formed there. With the society that we live in, you know, things begin with the mind. With a lot of trauma that begins in life, it starts with the mind, okay? The mind is like our supercomputer, and it charges and it holds a lot of hardware and memory there. So this is why I talk a lot about this, and this is why I do a lot of rituals according to developing the power of the mind. So it's very essential and it's very pertinent that we are diligent daily on doing what we need to do to be masters of our mind, okay? So I know last I talked about it, and I want to continue on to that same subject today, but I'm going to go just a little bit more in a different avenue and a little bit more deeper, okay? You guys know I am an Ifa priestess, but as my students, you guys know I also preach about or talk about metaphysical spirituality and science. So I'm going to kind of add some of those elements today to today's lecture, okay? So you guys know the mind is a very, very vast, powerful spiritual organ that we contain, okay? This topic is talked about for ages. A lot of people study the mind. A lot of people dissect and try to figure out a lot of information from the mind. And still to this day, a lot of scientists can't really grasp, you know, the real magic about the mind. All right. You guys even had the ancient Egyptians, you know, used to take the mind and study it, like literally take it out through the nose. Okay. And they would take it out, cut it in half, and really study it through and through. Not only its, you know, scientific form, but also the spiritual form of the mind. And the Egyptians were the first one to describe the brain with migraines, epilepsy, strokes, Bell's palsies, and certain head injuries, okay, that connect with the spinal transactions and stuff like that, okay? Now, I speak about the mind so much because this is where change truly happens. It's in the mind where we transform, manifest, manipulate energies, and transmute energies, okay? This is where we understand with wisdom, okay, where we use information and put it into action. We have to remember that being in the body, that we're not only just human beings, okay, but we're also spiritual, immortal beings. Mm-hmm. The body, okay, we're just the avatar. We're still vibrating at a certain energy depending on where we are in our souls and healing journey in the current time and space, okay, that we're aware of this moment, okay? So this moment is the moment that you are adhered to, where you are vibrating spiritually, where your mind is, okay? A lot of us want to think about things in the past or things in the future. We have to be in the now in order to be able to make the changes that's necessary to alternate our future and to fix those things of the past, okay? And not only those things of the past in this lifetime, but also the previous lifetime. Okay, because as you guys know, DNA holds memory. All right. gonna mute some of you guys here, so I'll have some feedback. All right. So just like the earth that we live on, it has an electromagnetic field, okay? It's around the whole earth. But just like the earth, we too have electromagnetic field, okay? But it's centered within our heart chakra. So it begins from our heart chakra and goes out, okay? But it's to a non-physical plane of existence known as the etheric plane. Now, this field that's around us, the circle that's around us, is called the torus field. It's directly connected to our heart chakra, and it generates around us about 8 to 15 feet around us, depending on how strong our spiritual strength is, okay? And it wraps around us like an energetic bubble, all right? Let me show you guys an example of how this looks like, okay? So you guys could get the gist of this. Now, when I myself meditate, I kind of like think about this when I'm meditating as a certain force around me. And this is like my vibrational bubble that I think about when I'm meditating. So once all of my chakras are aligned and I'm grounding myself to the core of the earth, I imagine this torus field around me, just circling out in and out of my chakra centers, okay? So you guys see it's connected here to the heart center and it vibrates out, okay? This is your electromagnetic field. This is called a torus field. Okay. So now it's like an energetic bubble, like I said before. Now this bubble helps us transmute and receive information to and from our aura to our spiritual mind. Now this is how some of us empaths, this is how we could feel energy in an environment, okay? And this is how we could take energy, whether it be high or low vibrational. Now, the center of the torus field, like I said, is the heart. The heart generates the largest electromagnetic field around the body. Therefore, the heart is the focal point in your current spiritual temperature, okay? This is why it's very important to heal the heart and do what you need to do in order for you to clear out any negative energy within that heart chakra. Because between your lower chakra fields, the heart chakra is the center. And if this is not healed properly or correctly, it's hard for you to ascend fully into the higher chakras, okay? Now, within the heart chakra itself, it has its own energy field, its own torus field. So it's a torus field within your main torus field, okay? So it's almost like you have two. So the heart chakra has one within itself, and then you have your major one that's connected to all the other chakras as well, okay? Like that example I just showed you guys, all right? Now, the heart chakra acts as the bridge that connects us both to the physical and spiritual dimensions and makes it possible to exist in both planes at the same time, okay? So this allows us to go from the 3D to the 5D, okay? Now, this is now it can be called that, but I think to the torus field is more of the scientific type of word as far as the torus field, but a lot of people's like, they call it in the spiritual community, your aura. I could see your aura, okay? Now your aura consists of colors. So this is the same as your torus field, all right? So you can see people's auras. This is their torus field that you see. You can see the energy that they're residing in, okay? So you could tell when someone's aura is low or high. And some people, their energies are so big that they could stop you, like I said, 8 to 15 feet before you could even get to them because their power is so strong, okay? Now, this is the same as animals. Animals have the same type of aura. So any human being, anything that's of life, okay, you could see the aura, the torus field, all right? Now, your aura is described as a subtle body, okay? Now, we must make it a practice that when we go out into the world, all right, especially those that are empaths, okay, that we do the proper shielding of our fields, okay, to protect us of any negative energies that could be around that could affect our Taurus field, okay, especially low vibrational atmospheres. We got to prevent low vibrational downloads into our aura, okay, into our personal Taurus field that can alter, our own mind. Sometimes we go to an atmosphere or environment, we're high vibrational, but as soon as we walk in there, we come out feeling drained and lower than what we were beforehand. It's because we didn't do the proper shielding to protect our own energy, our own Taurus field, and we went in there downloading everybody's shit, okay? So we got to make sure that we're protecting ourselves and doing what we need to do when we go into other places, even when we go to the grocery store, okay? Because there's so many other energies out there that are made to affect you, okay? Even with the things that you listen to or the things that you watch, okay? You want to be mindful of that. If you know that you're listening to something or watching something and you feel the shift in your energy, turn it off, all right? Trust those subtle hints or messages that you're receiving, okay? Because we want to stay high vibrational. We are already doing our own spiritual work to clear and cleanse those things that we ourselves are having to go through. We don't want to add any more, nonsense that we have to detox when it's not of our own doing, okay? Now, you guys heard me say this a lot, all right? We are beings of light, and light is information. As light beings, we must always be mindful of our vibrations and our thought patterns. The thoughts that run through our mind are always recorded and sent to this etheric plane, okay? So whatever we think, whatever we say, whatever we do, even the slightest thought, it's being recorded by the universe, okay? It's being known, okay, this is her vibration, this is what she thought. It's being recorded, okay? So we have to be mindful of our thoughts, mindful of the things that we're saying, because it's being written down. Now, it's recorded into the universe where your Akashic records are, okay? Then it creates a compilation of your life events, thoughts, words, emotions, and intentions ever to have occurred in the past, present, or future. The Akashic records store everything that exists in the universe and all around us at every point, space, and time. It's a multi-dimensional supercomputer with one hell of a hard drive and memory space. The Akashic records collects information from all created beings in the universe and can access these records. We can access these records, okay, as we're all designed to do so, okay? Think of your DNA. Now, in Ifa, Orunmila is the librarian, all right? They refer to Orunmila as our librarian. He is the owner and holds the Akashic records. So when you guys get initiated, when we get initiated and we do Ifa readings, we speak through Orunmila, because he holds the Akashic records, and this is how we find out your destiny and your ado, okay? From your first ado with the hand of Ifa, for what you came into in this reincarnation, and then depending on different type of initiations, what your destiny will be for the rest of your life, okay? So Orunmila is the holder of these Akashic records. Now, these Akashic records, we can ourselves tap into this information, okay, through meditation, through trance, and we can find out certain things that we are supposed to be doing here for our destiny, okay? Certain secrets that we may want to know from previous or past lifetimes that can help us ascend, or certain karmas that we need to clear in this life, okay? Now, every thought that you have and everything that you have said is recorded permanently into the universe, okay? There are electromagnetic waves that leave your mind with every thought, okay? This is how it's picked up and recorded, okay? You guys know everything is vibrational, okay? Certain hertz and frequencies, okay? You guys know that I'm a sleep technician, so I see how brain waves look. They literally look like, waves that can go out into the universe, all right? All right, you guys know I used to do music. Now, sound waves and brain waves, they kind of look the same. They're at different frequencies and different hertz, all right? You guys know how sound travels, all right? And in itself, it is a vibration. So it's the same thing with your mind and thoughts. You have your electrical impulses that go out, and it keeps going. And this is how it's recorded, okay? Now, when it's recorded, it picks up these waves and certain hertz and frequencies. All right. Like I said, they look like sound waves. All right. This is why it's important to master your mind, because everything you think goes out, it's recorded. You're always manifesting your next event with your emotional and logical thought process, no matter the influence around you or the environment that you're in. When you know thyself and you have mastered yourself, there's nothing that can move you or sway you from your highest vibration, okay? You have the capable of mastering this. So when someone's trying to sway you or influence you to change your mind and shift, stop it right then and there, okay? Move around or check that person, okay? The battlefield's in the mind, and we battle with principalities and spirits, and there'll be agents sent to you to throw you off on purpose. So we have to be mindful of that, okay? Now, in your occipital lobe, which is the back of your head, all right, this is where you see things. The occipital lobe is where your brainstem is, all right? This is where your hypothalamus is. This is where your pods and mods is, where, you know, if you guys are in the medical field, this is where a lot of your circadian rhythms, a lot of things that affect your breathing and your function, your bodily functions lie here, is within the brainstem, okay? Also, your pituitary gland and your pineal gland, which is connected to your third eye, is here, okay? So you guys know your third eye is up front, but it's connected to your pineal gland here in the back. It's almost like how a camera is created for you to see the world, okay? It's almost like a mirror, all right? So it's back here in your occipital lobe. Now, your occipital lobe, there are crystals in there, okay? These crystals starts there and goes through mainly like this part of your brain, okay? These crystals are called magnetite crystals, all right? There's billions of them in there, in your brain, okay? They work with the electrons that are conscious in your brain. Now, we know that crystals receive and transmit information. It's also used for navigating magnetic fields, as seen in animals, okay? You guys know that animals know how to migrate, and you wonder how they know when to migrate, where to go, which direction. It's these crystals that help them, all right? Now, the way that our society is set up, we've forgotten how to access these crystals in our mind, okay? It's located near our pineal gland, which is connected to our third eye, which is our first eye, really, okay? When we dedicate our lives to clean, healthy lifestyle, eating clean, thinking clean, watching clean, being clean, and our daily meditations, we can access the full power of this gift that is designed for our bodies and our spiritual elevation as this human that we're in, okay? So when we're doing the meditations as we should, when we're, you know, not putting junk into our body or not consuming junk in any type of form or way, we could access these crystals, okay? Now, another thing I also do suggest you guys to do is to get out into nature more, to ground yourself with Mother Gaia, okay? They could also help you to activate these crystals, okay? Meditating in nature, hugging a tree, meditating with a tree on your back, okay? This could help you with that as well, to release a lot of these negative energies and to help you activate these crystals in your mind. Now, in the right meditative state, you could see everything unfold, present, past, or future. And a lot of you guys, you know, hit me up and say, yeah, you know, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And I always ask you guys, have you meditated about it? Because I want to see if you guys have tried to see for yourself if you are able to tap into yourself to get the answer. The answers are always with you. And like I said earlier, we have access to these Akashic records, okay, where it holds information about ourselves, about our soul, about our journey from past, present, and in the future. All right. So this is why meditation is so vital to have as a daily habit, because the more that you do it, the more that you're able to access this information, okay? And the information that you're seeking about your soul's journey. So we have to be diligent. We have to be dedicated, okay? We have to know that the universe correlates with our mind. Now, for those of you who took the Kabbalion class, we know that the all is mental, okay? So we have the power and the ability to go deep within the cosmos to find the answers that are directly connected to us and our existence. The mind is outside of space and time. So you could receive information that you need from your past, present, and future, and from your past, present, and future ancestors, okay? The mind doesn't think about time, space. It's there, okay? So you could access this information from any point, place, and time, okay? You're wondering about something. Oh, let me go back here and check this. You wonder about something. Let me go forward to this. Let me go to 3045 and find out. It's all one thing, one space. We have the power to manipulate and bend energy, okay? Anything's possible, all right? You just got to believe that you could do that, all right? Now, your consciousness is your created reality. So whatever you think, whatever you feel about yourself, that is your reality, okay? What you set your mind to and what you focus on, that is your reality. Until a thing or object is received by our consciousness, it's a vibrating wave of existence without cause or form or possibilities, okay? So until we accept something as the object or form of what it is, it's just a vibrating energy, okay? So until I see that this remote is a remote, it's just atoms and particles. It's really nothing. But until my mind looks at this and be like, okay, this is a remote, that's when it becomes something, okay? So this goes into the fact of when people are worrying about things that hasn't even transpired or even happened yet, okay? You call that thing into existence when it even hasn't happened yet because the power of your mind has created that, okay? Now, this is the same thing when you manifest things. When you want something so bad, you think about it in your mind, you draw the energy, you create it into your mind till it comes into form. This is the same thing. So whether it's high or low vibrational energy, you are manifesting that thing to come into existence. Okay, you are forming it into your mind. All right. So you guys know that there are 7 pathways to the brain. 7 pathways to the mind. You got your ears, your nose, your eyes, and your mouth. Okay, so there's 7 ways that information could come into your head and affect your mind. Okay, now you have a part of your brain that's called the emotional brain. All right, and there's a certain part of your brain that also controls a part of this emotional brain. All right, to where you can control how you're feeling, thinking, or doing. Now, your right side, which is the masculine side of your body and brain, this is your I won't section. I won't. The left part, which is your feminine side, feminine energy, is the I will. Now, in the center of that, your left and right brain, in the middle, this is called your I want center. Now, this is the guardian of your brain. Okay, this was triggers which side of your brain is going to dominate. Okay, your I won't or your I will. So your central part is where you decide how you make your decisions. Okay, our decisions determine our destiny. Now, the front of your brain, where your frontal lobe is, this is where judgment takes place. This is where we reason. And this is the section of the brain where we speak with God. Okay. Now, there's times that we can speak with God where it's most powerful. A lot of us wake up in the middle of the night to, like, why I keep waking up at 3, 4 in the morning? That's God calling you to speak with you. okay? Between the hours of 12 and 5 a.m. is where the ionosphere is thin, okay, in the atmosphere. This is the veil that covers the earth. It's the thinnest at that time, okay? So this is where we can commune strongly with spirits, with God, okay? So if you guys are waking up between those times, get up and talk, get up and pray. Don't get up and look at your phone. It's time to speak. There's information that needs to be given to you. Sometimes we're not always are going to receive downloads and information through meditation and through prayer. They're not always going to be given to you. It's going to be given to you through conversation. Okay. What happened? Oh, it's going to be given to you through conversation. All right. They want to have a rapport back and forth with you. So take advantage of that time when you are waking up early. All right. To have communication, or even set a timer to wake up and do so. Okay. Now, before I close this out, I just want to talk about 4 mental laws that govern the brain. Right. Now, the first mental law I want to talk about is law of cause and effect. Now, with every action, there's an equal action. No problem happens without a cause. Your result is a cause of a problem, okay? Your daily habits are the culprit to these outcomes. I want you guys to be led by the things that you want for your outcomes. There's nothing outside of you that causes your current effect, okay? There's nothing that no one else did, no one else said. It's not no one else's fault but you, okay? This is why you guys have the end result, the effect that you're feeling. The energies and thought patterns are a result of what caused your own actions. When we learn to take accountability of this, this is where we become aware of the why. Why are you feeling this way? Why are you thinking this way? Why is this your perspective? Why is this your current vibrational habits? Okay. So we have to check ourselves. Once we start looking within, we know the reason of why we're feeling this certain way or think the certain way that we're thinking. Okay. Now, the second one is the law of choice. What you want is what you decide. What's your habits? Okay. We have trillions of nerve cells in our brain. This is our electrical system in our brain. They communicate with each other chemically. Now, they could talk as fast as 2 miles to 200 miles an hour. Okay. So when you guys are just thinking fast, that's your cells like just snapping off so quick. Okay. Whatever you think and hear, this is how fast you're processing these thoughts and decisions. Now, you process your decisions between your goal, your intellect, your wants, your reasons, and your judgments. Okay. Your brain's even processing these things at nighttime while you're sleeping. Now, God gave us the power of choice. This is our free will. All right. So we have to make sure that we're letting God in. Okay. Especially during those special times when the ionosphere is clear. Okay. Where we could hear him much more clearly, or she much more clearly. So we got to think about the habits that we're forming in our brain, because these habits can cause dis-ease, okay? Like negative emotions, anger, okay, worry. Your words are affecting your feelings, okay? Whatever you say, you're programming your brain with this information, okay? Negative thoughts causes thorns between certain nerves in your brain, all right? So you're creating thorns in your brain that shouldn't even be there, okay? You're hurting yourself. Things like unforgiveness, okay, could be the reason of your disease, okay? So forgiveness could be a cure to your disease in the mind, okay? It's all about rerouting your brain. Forgiveness is one of the pathways to freedom, okay? There's cells in your brain that clean up this negative energy that you decide to release. All right, so we got to practice and make permanent, mindful meditations and choices so we can rewire our brain. Okay, so when you're set to, I'm tired of being angry all the time, I'm tired of being sad all the time, I'm tired of being worried all the time. When you finally make the decision to choose to not be in that vibration anymore, and you start shifting your mind those negative aspects that was created in your mind will be cleansed and cleaned up. Okay, so it's possible to change and rewire your brain. You have the power to do so. Okay. The third one is law of adaptation. There are things that can destroy your mind, atmospheres, energies, negative energies. But there are things that can help regrow new brain cells, okay? Now, certain things that we could do to regrow new brain cells are like fasting, taking hot and cold showers, and even exercise. Also, you can learn a new language, pick up an instrument, and memorizing spiritual verses, okay? These things could help grow new brain cells. Now, every time you learn something new, a new dendrite, which is a form within or a part of your nerves in your brain, it grows. Okay. This should be a goal of yours, to always grow new brain cells. Okay. And do things to prevent your healthy ones from being destroyed. You have to be aware that you're allowing anything to affect your mind with the things that you watch, hear, eat, and consume. So we have to be mindful of those things and cut off those things, people, places, and things that are designed to destroy our mind. Okay. We can't just be la, 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 la. I'm just going to eat this for now. And you wonder why you feel like shit, because you just ate some poison that killed off some of your brain cells. Now you wonder why you're thinking this way and walking this way. Okay. Everything matters. We have to be mindful of that. A lot of us want change. We have to start within ourselves. We can't hold off for tomorrow. Okay. Now, the last one is the law of diversion. When something is denied, the brain goes into other pursuits. All right. We have to rewire our brain to have a healthy and happier life. Most people dwell on why things didn't work out. We have to accept denial and learn to move forward to open doors that are for us when things are denied for our destiny and for our own good. Know that things are denied due to the fact that it will offset our path. But when we dwell on questions of why and pout on the blessings that have been given, we get stuck. We stop time and growth, trying to figure out why we can no longer have control. It's clearly obvious when something has been denied to us that we no longer have access to this thing. We have to accept it, okay? We have to accept it in order for us to turn around to see the new blessings and not cry over spilled milk. A thing that's denied is because the lesson is done, okay? But sometimes our emotions are attached to this thing due to comfortability. Change is uncomfortable, but once we accept it, it is part of our perfection for our path and for our destiny. So we have to learn how to adapt when diversion comes to set us straight and into forward motion. Okay. A denial doesn't mean no. It doesn't even mean right now. A denial means that there's something better for you. Okay. It's thank you next. All right. So I'm encouraging you all today to really take a look at your mind. I'm hoping that the information that's given to you today has sparked a newfound interest in how you truly master your mind. We are made so beautifully powerful, okay, in the image of the Most High. You have to be able to know thyself so profoundly that you too begin to create galaxies with the tip of your fingertips, okay, and bring them into an abundant source of ultimate life and opulence, okay. All right, y'all. So I know a lot of us here, like I know individually what you guys go through, okay? So I don't want you guys to feel like the energy that you're in right now, that you're stuck and you can't manipulate it and change it and transmute it into what you want. Okay, who you want to be, how you want to think, where you want to go, those things that you want. Okay, I really want you guys to start pulling on your power and start drawing these things in. Okay, to where you are living the life and in the vibration that you want to be in. Okay, you're capable of doing these things. I want you guys to be brave enough to go past these certain points in meditation to where you're going into these different rooms, into these different avenues and these different dimensions. When you guys are in your dream states, that you guys are able to lucidly dream and grab certain information about yourselves in order to bring into this dimension that you're currently in. Okay, so I kind of want you guys to be able to be masterminds in any realm, in any dimension, in any form. Okay, just really think about that. Every move you make, why am I thinking this way? What is the lesson in this? How can I manipulate this? I want this. How can I get that? Who do I need to tap into in order to receive the information? Okay, even to the point of using those people of the past. Okay, certain people that have passed on. You want information from Nikola Tesla? Okay, let me venerate him right quick. Let me ask him for some. How can I get information like this? Because I got this idea. I know I need this information. What can I do? We could access that if we really want it. We're capable of doing so. Okay, so this is Hogwarts and it's magical as fuck. You guys could do what you want. Okay, don't let current circumstances or how the world looks or what they say and the fears that they're trying to collectively grab from us to block us. Okay, we have to get at that fear mindset. All right, that's the energy that the negative entities are pulling from us to pull our light. We're light, we're information, we're coded with information in our DNA. We have to learn how to tap into that. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I love y'all. If you need anything, text me. You ain't got to cry by yourself. Okay. So y'all just hit me up if y'all need me, okay? All right.
Okay.